Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier, and welcome to the next part of the weapon series. I had a basic idea of what we should do with a distortion cannon. I also had a basic idea of how it worked. Basic is not good enough and I needed more. Welcome to my no bullshit video on what the hell is a distortion cannon. The Joker Sucker Punch has seemingly been around the Star Citizen universe forever. It sat quietly in a room all by itself as the only weapon of its category, the lowly distortion cannon. In the future I'm really sure we're going to have more sizes, but currently we only have size 1. They come standard on the Avenger Stalker, which is a ship that's fully focused on law enforcement or bounty hunting, depending on how you plan to play the game. Based on what I read and my personal observations, here's what I feel you need to know. The Joker Engineering Sucker Punch. Recap, it's a size 1 weapon, and you get 2 of them on an Avenger Stalker. Right now, you can't buy or rent them, so I rented 2 Stalkers to test out these weapons. This weapon has a DPS of 300, it has a rate of fire of 120, which is exactly 2 rounds per second, a range of 2210, a velocity of 2600, and a distortion damage rating of 150. For a size 1 weapon, this thing has a very high DPS. It's important to remember that distortion only has an effect on the shields and subsystems. The actual description from an episode of Wingman's Hangar many years ago described this effect as an attack on the pipes. The pipes are the conduits in the ship that allow all the systems to function. The Sucker Punch is designed to eat up shields and then quickly compromise all ship systems without doing any physical damage. The best analogy I've heard to date is that it's a starship-sized taser. If your goal is to take a person alive or capture a ship without doing any physical damage, this is your weapon. The weapon has a good velocity and range, so the pip is very manageable. There are a couple of situations where I feel that these will shine. Manhunting, shipboarding, and dare I say, piracy. One great thing about these weapons is you never run the risk of accidentally killing your mark, but you totally give up the ability of doing any physical damage by equipping them. If the aggressor decides to make your day unpleasant, your options are really limited. I suppose you could disable the aggressor and then jump away, or switch to different weapons if you got them. I only tested these weapons in Vandal Swarm. There's no real reason to take them into PvP because they don't do any physical damage. A couple hits stripped the enemy shield clean off. The effectiveness of this weapon was really impressive, but the enemy kept flying as if nothing happened. After that, I felt the need to test them on a live player from my org. The effect was exactly the same. They had no shields, but there was also no reduction in ship systems. Because of that, I don't think that this system is fully implemented into the game yet. I was expecting the ship to experience some of the effects that you would see from an EMP, short-term propulsion issues, and system failures. And that's it. I'll keep you up to date when I see changes in the future. I hope you liked my no bullshit approach and got something out of this video. Right now I'm working on size 4 weapons, and it should be out very shortly. Please help me get the word out about Star Citizen by subscribing for future content. Please take some time to check out my other content, and I'll see you in the verse.